So foam rolling, I highly recommend everybody purchasing a foam roller. They're inexpensive. They will change your life. They'll revolutionize the way that you perform when you're exercising. They call it the poor man's massage. Basically, you're massaging your dense muscle tissues in order to release them. Our muscles, if you think knots or dense muscle tissues, it's like a rubber band and with a knot in it. And so when we try to stretch that, obviously if there's a knot in there, we can't stretch. And so this is where, muscle fatigue, injuries, cramping, all sorts of things. So with the foam roller, you're able to break the dense muscle tissue up. So you're able to, again, exercise more efficiently. Your muscles don't have to fight against each other to expand and contract. So breaking up the dense muscle tissues so it's able to expand and contract, be more efficient. You'll have a far more pleasurable workout experience. Areas to work on are our quads, hamstrings. We also can do our calves. We do our glutes, the inside of our leg, thoracic spine. I sometimes do my shoulders. I've even done my triceps and my arms. It just kind of depends, but we'll just touch bases really on the main ones. Something to remember, every muscle on the front of your body has a corresponding muscle on the back of your body. So if you're going to be rolling your hamstrings, roll your quads. If one is tight, then the chances are it's coming from the opposite muscle. So there's pairs, there's couplets with our muscle groups. So for quads, for example, what I like to do is I put the foam roller down and I like to just hang off one side. And I'm going to start just from the top of my knee and I'm slowly going to roll my way all the way up into my hip. Now you're using your own body weight, so it's up to you. You can have your hands up and very little pressure is being pushed down on it, or you can relax a lot more and add a lot more pressure to what you're rolling. And just slowly go up and down. So full range of motion, top of the knee, all the way up to the hip. Make sure you get all sides of your quads, rolling from side to side. While you're over here, you can also get the outside of your leg, your IT band. A lot of times this gets really tight if you're having any lateral knee pain. It could also be a great place to focus on rolling that out. It's very tense, it's very tender, which kind of indicates even more of a reason to spend a little bit more time on that. So what you're gonna do, you're just gonna flip over, you're just gonna foam roll on the side of your leg. So nice and slow, because it is very tender. From the top, all the way down to the top of your knee. Again, you're applying as much of your own body weight as pressure as you want to. IT band. Flipping over to work on our hamstrings. Again, I just hang off of one side. I find it easier to manipulate my body. And we're going to start from the top. So to the top of the glute. Rolling to the top of the knee. And just adding that pressure as you see fit. If you feel something that's tight or uncomfortable, that's telling you that that's an area that you need to spend a little bit more time on. So if you could do, quick, kind of like more of a friction motion, you could do long strokes. It's kind of up to you. Personally, I don't think there's a right or wrong way to foam rolling. It is awkward at first. It's going to take some time to getting used to, but the benefits are monumental. So just rolling up and down, hitting the back of our leg or hamstrings. From here, you can even switch it on down to your calves. Calves are super sensitive, very tight, don't need a lot of pressure. You could keep all three limbs down if you want to and roll it. You want a little extra pressure, pick that foot up and slowly, slowly roll. Very tender. So proceed with caution on your calves. Foam rolling is like a workout in itself. You're manipulating your own body weight to massage yourself. So it is a little bit of a workout. So we've done our quads, we've done our hamstrings, we've done our calves. Next we're going to work on to our glutes. Our glutes are friends with our inner thighs. So again, two areas to work on. For the glute, again, I like to just hang off the side. And I just kind of carve in. You can actually pick this foot up the glute, the side that you're working on, and just again kind of roll around. You want to get up next to your tailbone, your sacrum. There's a lot of trigger points in there, and just kind of massage around, feel around, see what's going on, checking in with your body, checking in with your muscles, if anything feels tight. And you'll know when you hit something, and you can sit on it for a while, and sometimes you have pain that radiates to other parts of your body. Interesting things will happen, but it's all good. Anytime you feel anything significant pain, obviously stop what you're doing. It should be slightly uncomfortable, but it definitely should not be excruciating pain. So rolling our glutes all around. You kind of just see what feels best for you. Make sure you get the top side up by your hip. And then the inside of the leg, it's tricky. It's a little uncomfortable. It's a little awkward, but necessary. I like to do the foam roller kind of on a tilt, I guess you could say. And I just put my leg up over it and slowly roll in and out. So working the inside of the leg. Again, another spot that's pretty tender, pretty sensitive. Take your time, nice, long motions. Working the inside of the leg. All right, moving on, thoracic spine. So the middle portion of our spine, we have our lumbar vertebrae, thoracic vertebrae, and cervical vertebrae. The thoracic in the middle is the part that is supposed to have movement. If it's kind of junky and movement's not happening there, usually our lumbar vertebrae is the part to compensate, and that's where a lot of times we end up injuring ourselves. So making sure that thoracic spine, that middle portion of your spine, does have the mobility that it's designed to have is really important. I love rolling on my back. You should probably only focus on the midsection. Again, this is your spine. You are using your own body pressure. Proceed with caution. But this is what I do, and I oftentimes get numerous cracks out of my back when I'm doing this. So I'll start right here at my lower back, and I just lean down, kind of pick my bottom up, and I'm just going to roll all the way up and all the way down. And I take a nice couple deep breaths, letting my body just kind of melt into the foam roller. And I'll even come up to the top here sometimes, and I'll roll my shoulders, my traps, onto my side, do my lats, just depending on where I'm sore. Depending on where I'm feeling tight, I'll spend a little bit more time. Very nice. I've even rolled my triceps. Super tender when you've overworked them, but again, you can do it. So just rolling out here, the back of your arm, using your own body pressure, your own body weight to roll out that dense, tight muscle tissue. As I mentioned, there's not really a right or a wrong way to foam roll. It's just a good part for you to start checking in with your body, seeing where you're tight, seeing what's going on, and then self-treating yourself. Super important, that self-maintenance portion of your exercise routine is you can't go all the time and then never spend time to repair and recover. So always take time for yourself. Foam rolling, must have. Foam roller must have to have in your household. You can do it while you're watching TV. There's always times that you can find to incorporate foam rolling outside of just part of your warm-up routine or cool-down routine.